Good day, everyone. Welcome to the part 14 of the Dart series. That's for beginner that we're actually learning. In today's video, we are going to be learning more about string. Though in the past we've learned about data type. We've learned about variable and data type, and we have different data type as we've spoke. Then we have string, we have integer, we have boolean, so many of them. Though they are more advanced data type, but we've not get to that. And for each of the data type, we actually, especially string, we have some other things attached to it. That's why we are getting deeper on string, so that we'll be able to learn every other thing that is attached to string actually. And what are the things we're actually talking about are some of the functions, some of the classes. String, is a alphanumeric, is a word, is a sentence. Every kind of things like that are actually string. And at any point you might want to do anything like maybe you want to change the string to uppercase, turn it to lowercase, maybe clean some kind of things out of it, maybe check some kind of things inside the string if it exists. I can remember back then in 2017 when I was building and chat system whereby you cannot, for students, whereby you cannot send a message with a vowel language. Then that time I have to do something like search inside the string, whatever message is sent, before it's stored in the DB. It check the string and see if there's nothing like vowel language. There's some set of vowel language, like a list of vowel language that is going to check on that thing was actually done. Then something like that is what those are the things I'm actually talking about that you can actually do with string. Without wasting much of our time, let's just go straight into it. Inside our pen, you can see the rest of the files are actually there. Let's just create string. Let's touch string literal. Let's touch that first. Then we touch so many things, and let us be fast about it. We have string literals. Sorry, literals dot that. Alright, and we have void main and this beautiful query press. And when you're talking about lectures, let's just say string, that's the comment, string lectures. Oh, fantastic, my AI is not awake today to disturb us. Alright, that was beautiful, and that's the beautiful part of it, and that's the difference between vibe coders these days and real engineers who actually knows what they are doing. Yeah, that is it. Without AI, one can still work. You can, because you know it, not that you depend on AI. If AI doesn't exist anymore, will you still be able to do what you said you are known for to be doing? That is it. All right, let's continue. We can have something like a string equals we can have, yeah, let's just have something like hello. Yeah, hello is fine, and we can have another string which is we can say b, and we can have hello. Okay, you can see, look at this now. We have a single quote. I think most of the thing part of the thing, don't let me say most of the thing, part of the thing I'll be mentioning here, we've been practicing it from the beginning of this tutorial. Yeah, we've been doing it, and I've been stylishly pointing them out, but you might not be aware, or probably you have not watched those videos. That's just the reason why I'm going to reiterate on it, and it's fine. All right, I actually compared that with Java in this instance, whereby in language like Java, a single quote is for a single character. That's why we have char data type in Java. But in that, everything is string. Either a single code, either a single character, or a multiple character, which is a long string. So far is more than one, a single character. It's a string. In Java, that string is for double quote. But now in a lot of languages, and it belongs I even write Java, probably Java 2021 that they've launched. Maybe they've changed it, they've optimized it, because I'm hearing so many things around Java these days that they're adding up to it. But then back then, as of 2017 to 19, that I'm still writing Java. I think we have Java 8, 19 that time. Yeah. Single quotes is for a single character, and double quotes is for a string. That is it. All right, but now you can actually use any of the two for string. It will still work. That is just it. All right, let's now say that we can print it. Definitely, that's not a problem. You can see it's still going to bring the same thing out. You can print a, sorry, this is not Python. And we can print B. It is Python and JavaScript that can do that. Don't mind me. I actually have so many experience in different programming language. All right, we can do that. Run. We have bin and we have string literals. All right, let's run this. Let's see. We can see we have the same thing actually, and let's just proceed. Some of other thing we want to, yeah, let's imagine we have a lot of string, like a lot of text inside our string. Let's say, for example, now we have this. So let's say string C, for example, and we have this spans multiple line. Exactly as typed. Alright, I'm now assigning. I need operator, assignment operator here, and we can print. Okay, we can print C. Actually, this look normal, or this is going to look normal actually, but in some cases you might want to achieve something like this. Let me add it so that you'll be able to see what I'm actually referring to. I just need to add two more quotes here, single quotes, and two more single quotes, making 3. Yes, this now is like, if you come from a background like HTML, CSS, a front-end developer, you have something like pre tag is to print it the way it is, like the way you actually left it inside the code. You should print it that way. That is what pre is all about, and that's what this is actually trying to do also. Let me clear the terminal. Okay, and to do that, we can now do enter. We can now enter. Let's say, for example, we enter here. Again, we enter here, and I think, yeah, that is it. Okay, let me run this time around again. Then you should be able to break it down for. I can see that it is break down to different lines, and this is just what pre is all about. Like, you are literally printing in different lines. All right, and this doesn't really look good. Yeah, again, we're going to get there, but I think /T, we call it special characters, escape string, actually escape character, or escape string, anything you can call it. All right, let's try that. Let's clear the terminal and run it again, and you can see it's tab /. I even thought this is a tab, but I think it is space. Probably if we can have up to like 2 or 3 of it, I don't know, they should be fine. But if it's not, so we can clear it. It's not allowing us. Where we have something space actually. Okay, let's do this. Let's do it this way. Alright, don't mind me. Everything is just coming from the head actually. Okay, yeah, I think we could achieve it by this. Okay, much better. But what if we don't want all these tab or these extra spaces that at the back. There's another way we could actually achieve this. And don't forget, you can actually make use of double quote also for it. Let's say string d equals to, let's put it from the beginning. Here's a good day, guys. How are you today? We can do something like that actually. I think this one remain one. Okay, and we can enter here, and yeah, we can leave it this way. You can actually enter here like this, and we can print d. All right, let's clear the terminal because this is getting too long and it's getting too rough. I mean, all right, you can see that it's actually tab it, and if we add space, definitely it's going to align together. But now they are moving from the hello, where hello actually started. They are moving from there. That's going to take us to another learning, another thing we're actually going to learn on this video. Okay, before then, let's check something like before we learn it, and yeah, we want to achieve something which is not seeing all this space, not seeing all this, which is another way, and where we can actually learn it is escape string or escape character, anyone you call it. Let me create a new file. I don't know. Let's create a new file for that. Escape character, escape characters dot that. Okay, and we have void main. Okay, and let's imagine we have something like, let me check, excuse me, let me check the one we just completed now, which is string trust. If we have something like that, okay, we don't have something like that there, no worries. Okay, let's create a string like it's a new day, or it's a beautiful day today. I don't know. That's excitement. We can say excitement, and we can say it's a beautiful. It's, you can see we have an issue already. I don't know if you can see the issue, but let me complete. I'm trying to type it, another single quotes, just to do it. I don't know if you're getting, just to do it. I'm trying to type that, but now it has saying it as something else, because you know this is a programming language. This is not just normal human being language. And for everything you type in your text editor, the interface where we're actually typing something now, is going to treat it. It's going to treat it in a way it has been programmed, in a way it understands, in a way computer actually understands. I think this actually happens literally every language actually here. That is why they introduced what we called escape string. But if you want to surpass escape string, let's say we don't want to use escape string in this case, so far we have single quotes in between. What we just need to do is to start with double quotes so that we can do it. You can see it's not bringing error again. Let me put semicolon here so that I can see no error. You can see, because we are now starting with single quotes. You cannot start with single quote and still have single quote in between the statements. It's a beautiful day today, and you can see now it's fine. There's no issue. And likewise, if you have something like double quotes, if you have double quote in between the statement, now it's now reverse the case. Like can you say like a request? We can do string, sorry, what am I typing? We can do string request, and we can say let's do double quotes first and say you can request for fruit. But now this fruit, we want to put it in double quotes. You see that we start getting error because we cannot actually achieve that literally like that here. It's not possible. Then what you need to do here is just to put single quotes at the beginning so that you can have double quote inside. But the barrier there is, what of if you want to have a single quote, you know, a statement we have single quote and double quote together inside one string, inside one statement? Yes, it will happen. That is where we're now going to introduce the escape string, because that is much actually better. And yeah, we can print actually just to remove that warning. We can do excitement, and we can print request. All right, is that excitement? Excitement. My goodness. Okay, let's use message actually. I don't know. I'm not getting the English correctly. All right, we can use message. Yeah. All right, and now we want to move to the escape string itself. And escape string is just you having backward slash behind some character. Let's say, for example, we still want to achieve this it's a beautiful day today, or today is it's a I don't know, different message. I can't really think of things from my head. Let's say something like chat the hell, let's say what's wrong with you. Yeah, we can have something like that actually, but now we are using double quote because I know I'm going to have single quote. Why don't we now use single quotes so that we can learn the literal? Now we are using single quotes. Sorry. Now we are using single quotes, and what is inside is also single quote. What we just need here is to put backward slash here. Yeah. When you put backward slash there, you're telling me that I want that single quote in between the string. It is not the end of, because what the language is actually saying it to be that that's the end of the conversation, but now still saying some text after the end of conversation, saying s spacebar wrong with you. Look like, oh, I didn't understand what you are trying to do. But now with this backward slash behind the character that you want it to be inside the string, is like, oh guy, I want the backward slash to be there. I want the single quote to be there. With it, that's not the end of the statement. I want the single quote to be there. That's just what it actually means. That is one of the escape string we can learn, and we can do string. We can do the same thing for double quote. I don't know. We can do day and see and say something. What a beautiful day. It's Monday. It's Monday. All right, this is fine. Okay, now we want to put Monday in double quotes like this. You can see now we started getting error. The same thing that happens with single quote is what is happening with double quote. What we just need to do is to put backward slash behind those things that we want to point out, that, oh, I just want this string to appear in this statement. in this, I want this character to appear in this string. That's just what it means, and we can actually print it. We're already learning escape string. Once you see backward slash of any of the character inside a string, that's an escape string. Actually, escape character. It's escape string or escape character, anyone. It's actually any of it is fine. Oh, I just love call it escape string actually. Okay, we have charts. Actually, we can print charts and we can print the. Okay, another thing we'll be learning here is backward slash n, which is what we want to achieve on this big man. Where is it? String literal backward slash n. Let's say we have we can move it to string literal actually. Okay, let's say we have this. Let's copy these two guys. Let's copy these two guys. Oh, what's going on? Okay, and now we're going to remove the, what do we call all these three string? Just be normal string. Just be normal string. And once it's normal string now, putting it in multiple lines is not allowed, because we are not trying to put pre. We are not trying to do print raw. We call it print raw. We just want to print raw it, and we can remove this or this. Okay, I hope you are getting this though. All right, now we want to break it the way we break those ones the other time. It's still here. We can see it on the terminal. That's why I didn't clear it. Now we want to break this span. We want to break it, and we just put backward slash n. It's going to break it. Backward slash n means newline, and we want to break it here also so that it can look the same way. Backward slash n. Alright, there's no backward slash c. That's why you're seeing that one. And where do we want to break? Hey guys, okay, that's backward slash n. We remove this space. You can see I'm removing this. I mean, basically, that's all here. You can see, and let's clear and run this guy. And you can see, am I string? Okay, I'm printing string literal. Sorry about that. I want to print escape string. I want to run escape string. You say that run escape characters that. Okay, sorry, I need to add bin. It's inside the bin folder actually. Come on, this video is getting too long, and you can see everything is printed the way it's supposed to be printed, and everything is just jam packed. What's going on? Okay, we can add backward slash n, backward slash n. I need to see what's going on. Backward slash n. What's up here? You can add it here. So backward slash n. Oh, we can just put it in just the last one only. Okay, let's run again so that we can see clearly. Okay, much better. Let me expand this terminal. You can see, let's start from the beginning. You can see these two first line. At the end, I want to separate this two first line from these two down line. You can see I added backward slash n, and here also, let's scroll down. Here also add backward slash, but you can see that they are now on the same line, not like the other one. They are now on the same line with backward slash n. It just bring it to the new line actually. Likewise, we have backward slash t for what do we call it, for tab. We have backward slash t. Let's quickly do that. I don't know, let me just yeah, we can add it here. Should we tab? Okay, let's do it. This video is getting too long and I'm trying to rush up. All right, string should we declare a variable just to be able to be fast about it? We can just say print directly. It's not compulsory to actually declare a variable. We can print directly. We can print something like, probably we have something like we have name /t. We have age /t. We have DOB, date of birth /t. And what can we have again? We have department. We have course. Anyway, you can put as much as. We have gender /t, gender. And we have created at. Alright, we can have something like this that is going to form just like you want to create a table actually. And we can clear, and we can run again. I can see it looks like a table, right? You can see it looks like a table, and we can do one more thing. Though all these are not actually necessary, we just want to understand it, because you're not going to be printing on the terminal. We are not building console product. Although in the future, if you feel like you want to build console product, because our language is a console product, console product. Yeah, that's what I can call it. But you might be building an app, console application. Yeah, you can be building an app. Most of the time, it's going to be GUI, graphical user interface application. Well, when you want to contribute to the developer community, that will be building console application also. It's actually fun building console application, though I don't have anyone outside there yet. All right. Then we can have Drake. We can have /t, right? We can have maybe 35. We can have /t. We can have date of birth. That's 20. Is it 20? 1880. I don't know. H. Okay. /t. Most of the time we don't call it age. We call it date of birth. Though, in the real world application, then we use date of birth to compute the user date of birth. Okay, we have department, computer science. We have /t, and we have gender. What is the gender? Yeah, male. We can do male. And when is it created? Maybe the account has been created today. This is just like how the relational database structure look like on the table. We have 2026, 18, and 07. Let's do 07, 18. Yeah, let's do it this way. Created that is most of the time timestamp T, and we can have 04 20. All right, let's see how it looks like. Don't take this to be more than 30. All right, this is cool, but you can add in this /t one more just to look good. Actually, I think it's much better now. All right, cool. Because this computer science is longer, then it pushes this mail forward. All right, what we have again in the escape string? Is there any other thing? We have so many escape string, but let's point out raw. We have raw. We call it raw actually. Something like this. You might want to print. You have a part. And you just like raw. You are just telling the language. Let's say, for example, you have a part. Let's copy this computer part, and we can place it here, and you can see you're just telling it this is a raw path. Do not see any escape string there actually, even if it exists. And we can clear this and we run. You see that it's going to print the raw part outside, and we can do /n just to give it some kind of space in between. Let's clear the terminal again and run. You can see we can print the raw part out, and if there's no raw, what happens? You can see we start seeing different string, escape string, even the invalid ones. We have the /r does exist, but we don't have /d, we don't have /m, we don't have /o, /u, we don't have all this. That is it. All right, this brings us to the end of this tutorial. Let's run one more time before we go. You can see it has destroyed the string. It has destroyed the string. That's why we need r. I think the first time I'm getting to know this is in Python actually. All right, okay, and when we run now, everything seems to be good back. That is it. This brings us to the end of this video tutorial. This is extremely long, but apologies for that. I hope this is so helpful for you. You could be able to learn so much from this video. Thank you and God bless. Bye bye.